And then he's gonna build into like Road of Athos and start scaling later, maybe like a Gleipnir, get the Silence, some Spirit Vessel early on.
Prepare
He
for
TP'd
battle.
mid, placed Observer Ward, so that's what Nature's Prophet does really well. And then he might get a D Ward.
I saw that
And
ending
does place
from
2
miles
wards.
away.
Thanks.
And will they be getting anything? New places his own observer ward, walk in a different direction. They're smoked up, they don't see diddly squat. And Omar, bottom lane, Stoic, ring around the rosy. Will anyone encounter each other? No, they're just gonna invade each other's jungle and
He's alone. He's trying to
Yeah.
zone out 4 heroes.
it's a clockwork, but it's not as survivable as he wants. Stoic dropping low, 1 more hit needed, and first blood secured. In the meantime, TA2000 on the other side. He's also got a couple of enemies in the near vicinity.
Don't be mad.
I like how Clockwork, you know, squared up. It's like, oh, you want to battle? There's no way that there should be a single hero there on side of PSG Quest. But yeah, he used Battery Assault immediately. No one from the team, not even close to back him up. But yeah, Omar getting the first blood. Already buying something on the courier. Let's see what it is. No, he has 370 gold. It's just because it's paused, so it shows that he lost gold for some reason.
It's just
Yeah,
not
hopefully
fair.
there's no issues at the very least coming forward. We have ourselves a little pause. I mean, Techies is now universal, so just building up stats while you have, 700 attack range is kind of insane as a lane harassing hero.
Yeah, back in my days, this hero had 27 or 28 damage or something, and you couldn't last hit
The battle
at all. But
begins.
now, yeah, being universal, I've seen like you get Bracer, you get Magic Wand. Suddenly you hit like a truck. Sometimes I've even seen double Bracer being built on Techies. Stoic again. They're doing a good job zoning him out. Blood Grenade thrown.
Yeah, it's a bit of harass on the clockwork. Should be just fine. Yeah, I mean, if you're talking about like back in my day, that techie, back in your day and my day, that techies was horrible to play against. Like this techies, I'm okay with playing against, but
Oh, absolutely.
randomly
Absolutely.
just walking somewhere and just what?
Dead. Outscaled. You're like you have five slot. You're 5 slotted carry. You die. Okay.
Level 25 moving mines. Cool. Seems legit. Oh, Omar. A lot of damage there. Power of the NP's TP. As I say that, he's taking a heap of damage in response.
That's your carry. Like you can't allow yourself to be in a position like that where you're soaking up most of the damage. You also don't have TP available for 40 seconds. You also don't have any tangos. Neither does Stoic. So they... Oof. This is really rough in the bottom lane.
Yeah, and you will be out harassed by that Omar techies. They get level 2, you have to be very careful of this lane. The shockwave skewer into sticky bomb blast off combination, you're just straight up dead.
They're not farming anything. He's sitting at 3 CS at the moment, waiting for his courier to deliver some tangos.
Yep, they're just getting bullied by techies. Sadness. Top lane, TA2000 is doing a pretty okay job, and in mid it's so far even. Stevens, that should probably be their best lane in all honesty for the Radiant side.
Yeah, that is their best player as well, so expecting Mikey to be the driving factor of the team. He can set the tempo with Templar Assassin if he's having a good time. They also... Uh-oh.
Yep, they got level 2, and that's about it. You just hit him with a blast off, and they've got too much damage coming up from the two of them, plus control in that lane. So it's I'm very worried for the Nature's Prophet now.
Winterbear will need to stack a lot in their triangle. You do have Tidehunter and TA. So GZ needs to be there. I don't think Tidehunter should die in this top lane because he has a point in Kraken Shell. Kaori doesn't have point in an impetus, so GZ could allow himself to go into triangle and stack every single time it's available. For now, they will be picking up some Lotuses.
Yeah, Rubik is unfortunately a very slow hero. So walking back to the triangle and getting those stacks going. I mean, he's starting. At least one camp has already been stacked, so it's a plus. But it is, it's a long run for that hero. You had something that could do some damage through Fog of War.
Vengeance Spirit, the Shadow Demon.
Yeah, something along those lines would be a
best ones to stack with.
Even the Clockwork is not that bad with the if you get a Rocket Flare point. But yeah, it's going to be a lot on Mikey's back this game to try and sort this out. Whereas Team Corey in the meantime is just already jungling because like he can't harass the Tide as you mentioned. Tide has a Morbid Mask. He's already going to be able to out-heal the damage you deal. And yeah, what else can you do? You can just farm as an Enchantress. You'll be able to at least outscale the enemy because they're also not going to do much against the Faceless Void. They're trying to go for the Tide. I don't really see why. Just ignore him.
Yeah, they can't really kill him, but they can try to harass, put a little bit of pressure, maybe bait some spells. TA2000 is pretty farming anyway. On his Faceless Void, they can't kill Faceless Void. So that's going to be a big issue.
That's such a weird top lane.
Yeah, I don't think anything's going to happen in the top lane. Mostly it's going to be like trading on the farm. But bottom lane should be the one to look out for.
Yeah, Malik is going to get killed off. They actually managed to get themselves the catch. And yeah, his skewer was on cooldown. So a bit of a recovery there for Reality. Though Kaori TP's bottom, it does get scanned instantly the moment that he reaches bottom. And well, no, it's solo top lane TA2000, but as you mentioned, they kind of don't really need him. Like,
he can soak up solo XP, get some extra levels, because Tide doesn't really pressure you. He's also not going for any like fighting items or anything, going for Vlad's as his first item, which is fine. This is a really good item on Tidehunter. Dead plus Mage Slayer mid.
Mikey might get a kill onto Omar. Yes, he does. Will die afterwards with the Rolling Thunder and the Kaori rotation coming through. Then Tar Stomp for good measure. It's about to die anyway, so he joins the fun. And they're not going to go for the tower dive afterwards. But at least he did find a kill before he fell on Mikey.
Yeah, he did the most he could. Getting a solo kill, getting that XP before he died. Haste picked up by GZ, and some bounty runes as well. So Winter Bears, even though they had a pretty bad start in this bottom lane, they're starting to recover. Nature's Prophet still in recovery mode, but as soon as you hit that level 6, you could snipe some of the creeps, snipe some of the last hits. Ori's still around the mid lane. They want to pressure Mikey, play with this catapult. She's gonna die.
Yeah, that was a very short play coming in with the catapult, but they are heading now towards bottom, where they're trying to harass Reality out of the lane top side. It is going to be a 1v1 matchup, and without like a 2, 3, maybe even 4 hero rotation, that Tide's not going to die with Vlad's done. He's going to heal so much with a single smash. I do like the fact that Winter Bear, they're playing great objective gaming. As you said previously, the bounty runes, very important. A lot of teams forget about them, really, and they're like, oh yeah, there's a bounty rune here, or my mid laner is probably going to get them for his bottle anyway. But it's a lot of gold if you stack them up. Bottom though, Rolling Thunder comes out. Reality, it's a 4-man move here to kill off this Nature's Prophet, and there's nothing he can do. Stoic in the trees, trying to run away. Does have a TP, and should be able to get the TP to safety because there are no more interrupts left. Or just walk.
Let's see what Winter Bears can get out of this one. PSG Quest immediately moving to the mid lane. TP rotation from Noob so that he can defend his tower. Also want to see what the build's going to be. We've seen Pangos building Mage Slayer as his first item, or you can get a Diffusal Blade. It's still strong. Both of these items are extremely good. Overtime damage. It also, if you have Mage Slayer, great against Temporary Assassin refraction charges.
Jeezy, in the meantime, stacked 2 camps at the same time. For Mikey right next to him, so they are really focusing on making Mikey huge. And he is huge. He is the top net worth by quite a decent difference. Kachal as well on the Tide Hunter is second net worth, so two of their cores really farm. Reality is a little bit struggling, but that is to no surprise because their focus has been in that area the entire time. Anyway, Stoic just walks into a fun bunch of the PSG Quest lineup who were trying to catch out this TA.
Thanks to Gang for the team, stacks a little bit, and yeah, does the position 5 job, not having the greatest time in the world. Needs that level 6, might be slightly delayed, but yeah, we said the name of the game for Winter Bears will be stacking, and that's exactly what they're doing, stacking as much as they can for Mikey to get him online. He needs to be the one controlling how the game is going to go, because you also have Nation Prophet as your carry, so he wants to get involved slightly earlier. Malik, bottom, could be in trouble.
Kachal is just going to defend the tier 1 tower. Doesn't mean that top lane, nothing changes for the Faces Void. It's about exactly the same. But bottom lane, they can't go for the push against this Tide. He's got the Soul Ring now as well, so constant influx of mana. Level 3 Kraken Shell. Doesn't have a point in Ravage yet, which is I mean, not too surprising considering he wasn't gonna kill Faces Void top anyway.
Yeah, he's pretending that he has Ravage, that's why he TP'd. Mid lane again, Mikey.
Dropping low, NP ulti used. Gory underneath the tower. Noob will be able to get the kill, but Gory dies. Omar might be a second one. He did just get his level 6. They're blowing up the mines. There's only one managed to explode. Noob's being chased down. He does not actually have any mana to get out of there. Caught inside the cards with the battery assault on top. TA2000 joins in the fun. Has Chrono that he wants to throw out and kill off Stoic before he disengages. And will be able to get the bashes to get the kill secured. But a pretty decent turnaround play here towards mid.
Yeah, really good play from Winter Bears. They outnumber opponents, exactly what they're doing. And TA is not the hero that goes down quickly. So he can buy a little bit more time for his team to respond with TP rotations. And Kachal also showing up in the mid lane with his Vlad's pretty unkillable. They don't have enough damage. Once Pango picks up that Diffusal Blade, that's going to be time where Tidehunter needs to start worrying about how tanky he actually is.
That Diffusal Blade's now done on Noob, so it does get a little bit more dicey. Mikey going for the Blink Dagger. Yeah, he's going for more aggressive build, and the moment that he sees a target, he can blow them up pretty quickly, especially if you have a Ravage beforehand to set the entire fight up. They're doing a good job of Winter Bear to stem the bleeding. This Rubik has been quite influential in all the stacks he's been making and the rotations as well.
Oh, Mikey again.
Yeah, there's a lot of mines, and he can't get rid of them while he's disarmed. They throw out the sentry the moment he wants to melt, and will be able to get the kill secured.
Man, these techies players, they're so good. Like, watch Omar when he uses his blast off, immediately puts down 3 mines, which is impossible to kill unless you, I don't know, have Little Shredder or something. But it's not even possible to kill all of them. It's just... It's so insane, because I was playing against some like really good techies the other day, and it always surprises me what this hero can do, because some players, and especially Omar, he's really pushing the limits with the hero.
It's such an annoying hero. Laning wise, I find it to be like anything that has insane ungodly range is ridiculous.
He's sniper basically.
Yeah. It's just not fun to play against. Omar gets the stun off right before he drops, knowing he's gonna drop. Rolling Thunder from Noob to try and get the catch here. but actually needs to be able to run away himself. He's dropping very low Malik as well, needs to skewer back to safety. Luckily enough for them, Mikey doesn't have a blink dagger yet, otherwise they might have been pretty much destroyed there.
Yeah, really cool play from Omar. Gets one bomb and gets the blast off before he dies, but unable to connect. There's like only one part of the crystals there, so you can't really bounce and stun lock them. And some nice footwork coming out from Reality. Also, one issue that Pango has, when he rolls, he's really afraid of this overwhelming physical damage. He doesn't like to play into Medusa, into Templar Assassin. You saw the Bell Strike. If you have Deso on your Templar Assassin, he needs to be afraid. Like, there was also a time where Left Track was super popular, and so was Pango. So he rolls, and Edict just kills him.
Yeah, you're not immortal doing your role, even though a lot of people do manage to think that way. It is still pretty fishy, and TA does hurt. He's got that Dragon Lance, so he has the range to stay out and away from the Rolling Thunder at all times. Tide is going to get gone on bottom lane. There's even 2 supports more coming in. There's the Skewer RP underneath the tower. All 5 dire heroes to kill off this Tide, who will finally fall. Yes, he does. A little bit longer, and a hefty rotation required, which of course means that the safe laner and mid laner are just farming somewhere else on the map.
Oh, while all this was happening, Kaori, look at his Wild Wing Ripper. He denied enemy XP rune.
That's just disgusting. Oh, that's actually pretty neatly done. Instead of NP stealing yours, you just have your Enchantress deny the enemies.
As a support player, this really hurts. You lose, let's say, 7 and 14-minute rune. You're pretty much donezo. You can actually feel how much influence that has. And now TA2000 is farming up with Empower, which is maxed out, so he will be starting to scale. Still lowest net worth core at the moment. Doesn't have a single death to his name, but still other heroes farm much faster.
Beep, beep.
Yeah, your Faceless Void, I mean, your biggest asset's gonna be the Chrono anyway. They don't have good Chrono damage, except for like the techies, and maybe later if Kaori gets like Hurricane Pike on the Enchantress with Impetus, but it's pretty weak Chrono damage that they're gonna have for most, if not all of this game. But as long as you've got the Chrono, you can just reset a fight, set it perfectly so that you immediately have the RP afterwards, or that the techie can go in with the nosedive blast off and drop a couple of proximity mines. It's more the utility that you're scared of when you're playing against Void.
Pretty much. You have one swashbuckle, shockwave. That's pretty much it. But it might be the setup for RP, or as you said, blast off, even rolling thunder afterwards.
Corey actually is it's a bit surprising to me that he is not going for like a hyper aggressive Enchantress, because I know him as like even when he plays Silencer and other heroes, he tends to go for the way more greedy build and turn into a semi-core. And this time around, he is going for more of a defensive, utility-based build. I guess it is an important qualifier. Obviously, the winner of this is already in the upper bracket. Well, no, upper bracket finals is after this for them. So that's only 3 wins from this point on, and then you're qualified for DreamLeague.
Yeah, sounds like it's not a lot, but there are some really good teams that you need to beat. And yeah, I assume Force Staff is going to be his choice of an item on Enchantress, because it's really good against Clockwork, against NP, pushing anyone out of trouble pretty much.
I might as well make it a Hurricane Pike while you're at it at that point.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
already have the Force Staff. It's the sneak.
We had this talk.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's the sneak that you were talking about yesterday. And, you know, Rod of Athos is also a good item, so...
Radiant are scanning.
How's MP doing? He's doing okay in terms of net worth, going for Gleipnir build. he's gonna be pumping in some heavy right-click damage. But again, I feel that they need to have slightly more advantage with the lineup that they have. Mikey, after picking up his Blink Dagger, is going for Shard next, so that's going to be a good way of silencing Faceless Void, Magnus, and he might go for solo kills as well. So I want to see how they're going to approach the next few minutes. I think there's a good chance for them to at least try to take a team fight, and then you have TA plus Vlad, so that's sustain, that's some extra damage, and try to play for Roche in the next few minutes for Winterbear.
They're keeping a very good tight hold on the net worth advantage the entire game. I don't think we've seen a Ravage so far. Kachel's just been farming up nicely. I mean, has been hindered after that one death. His farm has been slowed down. Plus, he is playing with a TA and an NP, so you kind of get all your farm stolen by your mid and safe laner at all times.
Pretty much. These are flash farmers. Seems like this is going to be some smoke time. Kachal TPing mid. Hookshot is available.
Oh, DD. That's a good... They were really aggressive on... They even TP'd mid on the Nate's Prophet to defend the rune. Maybe they, you know, counted.
Yeah, I was wondering what that TP is about. I thought they're going to smoke instantly, but there was... Okay, it's a bit of a delayed smoke. I wanted to clear things up. Mikey pops that double damage.
Dire's middle tower
This
is
DD
under
might get
attack.
dispelled by Enchant before she dies.
I was actually thinking because the Orkori does get blown up, and he does before he gets the enchant up. I was thinking actually, the river runes go on a rotation the first time around, right? Where it's like illusion rune, then it's the rotation, as in they all get handled once.
Yes.
How many runes are there? 5, right?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
5. DD, Region, Invis, Arcane, and
Okay, the shield rune.
Illusion.
Oh.
Shield. Okay.
And then maybe they actually counted,
Maybe. Yeah, it
and
could
they
be.
knew that double damage was coming up. Which, if they did, that would be the first time I've actually seen someone do that. Which would be impressive. Where someone's like, okay, the first rune is haste, marked it up. Second rune, illusion, marked it up.
I need a pen and paper to play Dota.
I mean, to be fair, that
Have a
Roach
timer
died.
for all these every 3
Tormentor died.
minutes, bounties, and then the XP runes, like you gotta be lotuses every 3 minutes, so there's always something to do. Dota's ever-evolving game, but yeah, I'll gotta be honest, maybe I'm slightly older. It took me like good amount of time to get used to like new map being 40% bigger, having tormentors, using the twin gates and stuff, plus also like all the new timers.
I so many times still have to do math where I'm like dividing by 3 or by 7 or Dota becomes math. Oh no.
That should help. Amazing what you'll find.
I just want to go kablooey on stuff and win. All these Zoomer kids that are just absolutely destroying me in my pubs.
Dire's middle tower
Yeah, they're
is
better
under
at
attack.
math. That might not be
Radiant's
better at
bottom
game.
tower is under attack. The hidden ones have blessed me.
Nonetheless, we currently do have ourselves a still even Stevens game. The TA is closing in. He's going Chrysalis instead of Deso. So
Yeah, that's what I wanted to
Dire's
mention.
bottom tower is under attack.
I mean, you still would want to pick up Deso to have some extra tower damage, Roach taking potential, blowing up these heroes instantly. But yeah, for now it's going to be casual Crystallis, and
actually, casual
Chrysalis-
Claymore, it seems, because he queued up, or did he get... Oh no, he has the Chrysalis delivered. He's going for the BKB, so he's really skipping Deso.
Radiant
Interesting.
are scanning.
wondering why, because like Crystallis doesn't build into like Silver Edge anymore. The only thing you can get is Daedalus and Kanda. Roll mid.
They are going for Mikey. They throw everything on him. Big Skewer, Rolling Thunder, but he soaks up the entire damage with Refraction. Like, they hit him really big 3 times, and he's like just standing there. Yeah, Refraction, thank you very much. You're not touching me. Bye-bye. Easy kills. And a
And
really big
instantly.
fight.
instantly TPs back to bottom lane, so that means they want to take Roche. This was a fight where they didn't even use Ravage. So, pretty massive for Winter Bear. Suddenly 4k gold lead for them. This was also a fight where there was no Faceless Void, so that means no Chrono. But Mikey is super tanky. Also, they did a good job of putting down Solar Crest on top of him with Refraction. He becomes insanely tanky, and that trap with Silence made a lot of difference in that fight. You know, using the scan to see if they want to try to contest this Roche. Mikey popping off completely.
Yeah, the age is given to the Nature's Prophet, actually, who's closing in on towards his BKB. He's got the Gleipnir already done on the NP. So another route to hold down the Faceless Void until he gets his Manta. Doesn't have a BKB, is not going to get a BKB for a while, so is really going to be reliant on that Manta.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Which is a bit dangerous. Against the multiple trap silences that can come in. And of course the Gleipnir. You can only dispel one. Haha! Look at that disgusting Enchantress. Again, trying to deny the experience rune. You see the Warpine Raider just walking and waddling all over there. No, not
Reality
this
was
time.
ready. This time they did not want to let it go, and Reality getting closer to his BKB. Needs 200 gold. It's go time. Tidehunter does have Ravage available, Blink Dagger as well. As you said, we still haven't seen Ravage. The big one is Tidehunter Shard. Dead in the water against Pango, against Magnus and Faceless Void. It destroys these heroes.
Yeah, he's getting pretty good items so far. I also looked at Stoic, and he's halfway towards his Achanum Scepter, which is a fun one. The Clockwork Ags, it's the just pure vision on the entire map that comes through. That's always nice. And I mean, obviously, not everything of it really gets used. Like the 250 cogs bonus attack speed. That was kind of, yay, I got it. I know that Thompson played a mid Clockwork with like Maelstrom Ags at one point, but that was like a weird pub build that he tried.
People try to theory craft play this Clockwork in different lanes. Usually it just becomes position 4 or 5. Omar, that's not your side of the map, buddy.
Yeah, there's the dead in the water. Nowhere to run, so he's just flying by in the meantime. They already got themselves the Tormentor clear. We got the free shard,
Is under attack.
which is a pretty okay. I mean, they have good shards on their supports. On the opposing side, yeah, both teams have really good shards actually.
Yeah, and so far gameplay from Winterbear been really impressed. They're moving across the map, getting stuff done, instantly smoking, lurking for another kill. If they catch Noob here, that's going to be pretty big. Ravage available. They might not even need it. Dead in the water, jetpack for some flying vision to scout things out, and they're not going to find him.
Radiant's bottom tower
They
is
do
under
have a
attack.
really big vision advantage this game. They've got Clockwork, they've got Nature's Prophet, they've got TA. They have 3 heroes that just give you all the vision that's required to not get RP, to not get chronoed.
Seems like PSG Quest will need another set of items to take the fight. Right now, they don't feel comfortable playing into Aegis for another 2 minutes. Mikey does have BKB, even though they have multiple ways of piercing
Top tower is under
through
attack.
this debuff immunity. They can RP him, use Chrono. Still, they want to farm up a little bit more. Get the next set of items. They seal full Mjolnir on Faceless Void. Probably next item. Might even need a BKB so that he can like lock down onto a target. But he can also go different route. I think it's a good Scotty game. I'm just a little worried about those dispels that you said, because you are playing into Gleipnir, you are playing into TA trap, so a lot of silences, and you might need to get a BKB, because it sounds much safer, but we'll see how it's gonna develop in the next few minutes. Kachal
Radiant
comes back to
scanning.
bottom lane, and yeah, he's like, what are you gonna do about it? I'm so freaking tanky.
Oh,
That's a bit of an aggressive one.
Throws out dead in the water, has the Ravage available. There's going to be the Ravage blow. Can they kill off Omar? Yes, they do. The Chrono gets thrown, but Yeezy lifts him out of the Chrono for the time being. Hook
Good
shot
hook
from
shot.
Hook. Stoic actually gets unfortunately connected. There's the RP onto Rubik. Using it onto the Rubik so that he does... Oh, he almost got the RP as a response off. And Malik going for the TP out of there. The Gleipnir 1 second away from being able to get cast. While Mike is going for the backline chase. Ori leaping over Stoic, but still being chased down. Caught inside the cogs. And the Enchantress, can he disengage? No, he cannot. Dead in the water. Held in place. Taken down. And Mikey is unstoppable.
They're not done. Ooh, Reality misses Gleipnir. Noob will manage to get out of trouble.
Trap number 1. Walk a little bit
There's
to
another
the side.
one.
Okay, he's just gonna be able to disengage, it seems.
I like how Reality TP'd immediately after he saw Faceless Void. They're like, what are you gonna do? We have Tidehunter, who is super tanky. Kachal dropping very low. This damage from Techies. Omar getting a solo kill. 600 gold for him.
Yeah, that's a pretty neat one. Stoic expected that he wouldn't get blown to smithereens, but yeah, it stacks up pretty quickly once you get the debuff from the proximity mines on you. Jeezy wanting to get, I think, Leap stolen from the Faceless Void. Probably one of the best spells on a Rubik, just so that Faceless Void can never kill you. It's kind of like with Shikuchi from Weaver. Short cooldown, constantly keeps spamming it. Obviously, the best spell that you can steal this game is going to be RP, but as we saw in that previous fight, Malik just throws his RP on the Rubik just to make sure Rubik doesn't get that steal.
Yeah, and also like the Sprout to keep Tidehunter alive for a little longer. Noob has Manta Style available and Shard, so we'll be able to get out of trouble.
It is a Chrysalis NP, so you do also have to be a bit careful there. Now you have 2 critting heroes. Full Daedalus on the TA, Chrysalis on the Nate's Prophet. If you roll next to them, you mentioned it previously, you die very quickly.
Yeah, especially with Daedalus now. And TA about to crack level 20, so meld the spells. That's gonna be pretty massive. You will be able to remove Reactive Taser, Time Dilation, Pango's Lucky Shot, so real big timing now on Templar Assassin. And going for even more damage, going into MKB next, so that's gonna be on menu for Mikey. Next Roshan could respawn in a minute. Definitely good timing for Winter Bears to try to take it one more time. They do see him.
Yep, Omar gets caught out. We'll get a nice kill. Root onto TA2000, but he does have the man style, so he'll be able to disengage. But yeah, next Roshan's probably going to be a very important marker. Mikey's also going for the MKB preemptively. The Faceless Void's going for a Butterfly TA2000, which, yeah, it will immediately be counted the moment he has it built up. I am really just wondering at what stage this Void's going to choose to go for a BKB. I find it fairly scary. They're actually going in onto the Tide in mid. He's got the Ravage at the ready. A lot of enemies right here. Mike. Oh, the Chrono misses the mark. Kachal is going to die, but they get the RP onto Reality. The NP is surrounded by enemies. He's not actually taking that much damage. Speaking of damage, is coming through with Mikey here. Jumping in, TA2000 gets blown up. How is Reality still not dead? Where is this defensive coming from? Malik on the run right now, very close to dropping. The stolen Chrono from Jeezy, and there's the jump onto Noob in the backline. Will he be able to take him down?
Where'd the crit that?
He doesn't get lucky. He just doesn't get lucky on Mikey.
Ooh, that could have been pretty big. I mean, they did manage to burst Faceless Void like almost immediately. Chrono doesn't catch Mikey. He was holding on to Chrono for a really long time, trying to catch both of them, deciding whether he needs to use it on Tidehunter, because Pango like can be considered as a good way of dealing with Tidehunter. Like you can't really stun lock him because of his Kraken Shell, but you can try, you know, some bashes, stun from techies. You can try to layer those up, but and they did. And I think this is a big dub for PSG Quest. It's just that the 8 guys, he didn't get any crits in, so that's gonna be maybe saving it for the next fight, the one that really matters.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you get unlucky with the RNG in this game. You know, the random numbers will not be in your favor. They are going to get aggressive quickly. They still have that Ravage, knowing that there's no Chrono, no RP for a little bit. So if they can find a good target here, Stoic spots out Omar. Hook shot's not going to connect. Jeezy does have the lift. That's an easier tag. Kachal there's going to be dead in the water on the Faceless Void, and the cores are all focusing the Void down. He is dead. The rest of the quest lineup has to run away. Omar's actually going in because he knows he's going to drop, so tries to kill off Stoic, and he does find Stoic. I didn't even see that third mine. I saw 2 mines. They took down 1, and then he randomly exploded. But yeah, they find the target they want, and without a BKB, he marked it up. I need a BKB right now. It's very easy target.
Oh, noob. Oh, shield already gone. They're chasing. Manta style on cooldown. There's going to be Glide here. He's very dead.
Middle tower is under attack.
It's hard to run away from a Nature's Prophet. And a TA with Blink, and a Rubik.
You ask when his Faceless Void gonna buy BKB. He had 1 queued up immediately after Mjolnir. Then he's like, well, I'm playing into Nature's Prophet and TA. Maybe I can get away with Butterfly. And after dying that 1 time, he's like, okay, I need to swap things around. He's even gonna buy Mithril Hammer immediately.
Yeah, it definitely looks like he can't do anything in these fights the moment the cores spot him out. I mean, that's all Kachal needs. He just wants to dead in the water him, ravage him, and then the Faceless Void dies. They're going to go for Roche. It is already smoke move time for PSG Quest. It is a very fast Roche take, though.
Super quick.
Who cares
They
about
need
Dessa
some
when
extra
you got
crits, double Daedalus, Daedalus.
That actually probably is the multiple form. Yeah. Oh, hook shot missing the mark onto Gory, but he's got the Ag, so he does have that nasty little triple rocket flare spam the entire time.
Yeah, Stoic, he missed 3 hook shots in a row. They still managed to win those fights. Roshan Banner was and still is inside the Roche pit. Warpine Raiders also in, so I don't know if Kaori wants to pick it up or if he wants to deny it.
Mikey going for the Swift Blink next. Anything to just burst their opponents down. They also take this the second torment. They take it very quickly, which I'm really happy to see that they have cores that care about their supports. Also, this is a pretty like Rubik's Shard is really nice. For instance, if you steal Shockwave from Magnus, speaking of which, he is going for attributes with only 1 point in Shockwave, but it is nice to have the second Shockwave going in and such. And reactive
Most likely
Taser
gonna
shards
be
as well. Nuts.
Yeah, used defensively. If we're talking about the like value of the shard, you get RP'd, you try to get stun locked by Pangolier. It seems like this is gonna be a long game for PSG Quest. They need to dodge some of the fights, get another set of items. This BKB on TA 2000, very crucial.
He's really poor. He's been struggling. Like, when we look at TA 2000, most of the games he is top net with. Even if they lose, he's top net worth. That's kind of how he likes to play the game, but he is just no... He's been struggling the entire game. He hasn't even died that much. It's just the farm is not coming. It's
the pressure from Winter Bears. They're all over the place and dead in the water. Gleipnir, traps, silence from Templar Assassin. There are multiple ways of dealing with this Faceless Void. He doesn't have enough dispels, and now BKB is finally online. Scotty seems to be the next item of the choice to be slightly more tanky, and you are playing into 2 range cores, so that's going to be really good if you can manage to get that farm. I think it's go time. I think Mikey just finished Mikey B, and also does have Enchanted Quiver, so that's going to be a ton of damage coming out from him, getting closer to level 24, level 25.
Yeah, they're currently looking for targets smoked up in towards mid. Top side, we got the Rubik guarding Reality. Slightly behind. Reality's got the Satanic now done, plus with the Aegis, of course, he is very survivable. Going for the butterfly next. This is a really farmed Nature's Prophet. He also has Sprout leashes at the ready. So this Faceless Void needs to keep that Quelling Blade inside his inventory the entire time, which is such a very unfortunate thing to have to do.
Yeah, maybe upgrade it to Battle Fury, have better Quelling Blade. Sprout leashes, remember when that worked against the BKB targets? So you're just like, okay, I can't do anything.
Yeah, you just be stuck there. And no, please, team, do something. Force
Especially Pango. Like, Pango was the one who struggled a lot against it. But it's still gonna struggle. I mean, Sprout leashes against Pango and Faceless Void is massive. Plus, we have Ned in the water. Wisdom Rune picked up, but Omar will die for it.
Yeah, they do manage to get a quick kill coming in on towards Omar. Bottom lane, TP away from Noob. So they at least, that kill onto Omar delays any more push coming out from the Radiant side so far, which is honestly for PSG Crest probably more advantageous. They do have the BKB now on the Faceless Void, so they're actually capable of taking a fight, but they need to hit the chrono because he's been also a little bit off on his chronos this game.
Yeah, we haven't seen this like massive chrono. Problem is, something that we did mention is even if he places like a really good chrono, others can't deal damage, so it needs to be him hitting people. Now Kaori might pump in some extra damage with his Sproink, and also has Hurricane Pike available. Level 15 talent, 45 damage, so that's gonna start to add up. An interesting item choice from Noob. Wind Waker finished. I guess he wants to be able to protect himself against these traps, against these leashes, and might even need to protect TA2000 with the Wind Waker when they decide to go on him.
It's also nice against the Sprout leashes. He also still has the Quelling Blade stuck, so they're like, if this Enchantress uses Hurricane Pike to deal damage, they're gonna be stuck inside the Sprout otherwise. Oh, Noob dead in the water, jumping onto Malik, hook shot as well. Magnus is dead, has a buyback available. They're looking for more. Need to be a little bit careful, of course, coming through from a buyback, but Noob is just taking a heap of damage. One more hit, and it is gonna connect. He is dead. No buyback for 80 seconds on the Pango. Malik still doesn't want to buy back just yet. They jump away and they're gonna go for racks.
These barracks are gonna die so quickly. You have two carries who are level 23, level 25. It's ton of damage. Kachal blinks in.
Oh, Omar stays alive thanks to the Ghost Scepter coming through. Kachal is running out of mana as we speak. Mikey walking forward. Omar is dead. Buyback from the Magnus. They lost the racks already. They're going to go for Mikey. They drag him back towards the fountain. It is a double buyback. RP even used. They're going to kill Mikey. But yeah, it's a 10 kill streak and a lot of gold going their way. But a double buyback for a full set of racks. Now, this is 100% a win for Winter Bear.
Absolutely, and as soon as Templar Assassin is alive, Roshan might also be alive. So I feel PSG Quest, they can't allow themselves to lose another Roche, because it will be Aegis and then sieging the high ground. Like, how are you gonna kill this TA twice? I don't think it's gonna be possible. He's almost fully jacked. Level 25 TA. Can upgrade into Hurricane Pike, Swift Blink already available.
Yeah, more mobility, more ways to dodge the Chronosphere. That it wasn't even used in that previous fight, by the way. Yeah, I guess Deso is for suckers on TA. It's all about that quick crit and get out.
Mikey having a blast of a game. Like, it seems like PSG Quest, they focus so hard on him, but the reality and Kachal are also playing really well. GZ as well. He's 0-1-16. That's his score at the moment.
He's got the Aghanim Scepter now done as well, so he can have two spells with him at the same time, which is nice. They have really good, like Rolling Thunder is a good spell still. Chrono is a great one. Anything really from the Magnus is sublime. What
if you steal RP and Chrono?
then you could have the weird, because you can walk inside your own chrono. So you chrono them, you walk up, and you just RP them the moment that the chrono ends. That's a neat one.
Yeah, I don't think that happens a lot in Dota, especially in professional Dota, but a man can always dream.
The only death he actually has as well is the solo RP in that bottom fight that was thrown on him, where they got destroyed because they used RP on a solo Rubik. He's also going for the Wind Waker, so that's their own saving method against the Faceless Void, which they still actually don't have, but I guess it's not required. It hasn't been required at all this game to have a save for the Radiant side.
Rolling Thunder. Noob, scouting things out. Not gonna find anything. They wanted to take one fight before TA revives. Kuchal, how's he doing? He's doing really well. Dead in the water.
Dead in the water. Hook shot comes out. There's the Ravage blown as well. Push back. The problem is the TA is a little bit further away. TA2000 gets the jump back. Reality going in. Gets himself chronoed. Need to be careful if Mikey gets an angle here. TA2000 and the jump forward coming in. TA2000 is dead. Stolen chrono comes out, and Jeezy tried to steal the RP there. He was greedy for more, but will get the Empower, which is also not bad to give to his scores. Pangolier running away with the Wind Waker, has the Swashbuckle, has the Shield Crash, but has no way out when the Nature's Prophet joins the fight. Yee! Man's gonna get rooted up in the process because he's got that disgusting Sprout Leashes. There's the GG call, and it is indeed Winter Bear that takes game number 1.
What a start of the day. I mean, this has to be like massive upset, and coming into game 2, we've seen in the first game that they focused heavily on Mikey in terms of bans, and also